You know, it wasn't until I held this up to take a photo that I realized like how nasty the plastic looks. Ew. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today it's time for the 7th, and we're past the halfway point, wow, update for my Pen That palette for 2022, my 2 in 22. If you missed the last update, I'll go ahead and throw it up in the cards, but you know, it felt like a slow month for me, which was weird. Because I kind of had a lot going on, but I just went and watched my last update, and then I saw where we currently are at right now, and I've actually made a lot of progress, and I'm really happy with it. So let's go ahead and run the slideshow of all of my progress. So we finished up the lightest shade that was left in the Colourpop palette, that kind of light peachy shade. That is completely used up right here. I haven't finished anything new in the Urban Decay palette, but I did, like literally yesterday, hit new pan right here. You can see it, baby pan right here. And I kind of thought I would have these two shades finished, but there's still just a lot of pan in there. And I think if I just focus on them, I could probably have these finished up at least by the next update. Either that or I'm gonna make a Franken shadow out of them. So looking at the numbers right now, we have 3 shades completely finished from the Colourpop Yes Please, and we have 2 shades completely finished from the Urban Decay. Now we're at the halfway point, past the halfway point as it is, and that's a little scary, but you know, I think I have enough spite in me to get this done by December. I mean, I have all the way until December. Like, I think it's gonna be fine, especially with what I learned this week. So let me do a quick update on the shades. We talked about these 2 already. These I've still been using quite a bit because I mentioned in my last update, these kind of match a cream shadow I've really loved using from Tom Ford. And then I just put this on top, and it's like a really quick kind of simple look I can do that makes it look like I spent a lot of time on my makeup, when in actuality, I spent 5 seconds on my makeup. So those I haven't had any problem with. To be frank, I haven't really touched these 2 shades. They're definitely more like, to me, they seem more like fall kind of shades. And this isn't kind of a look that I've been like gravitating towards. To be frank, I've really been reaching for like the Colourpops more so than the Urban Decay. But my big kind of light bulb moment this week, and kind of mostly for the last month, was with this little trio I made down here of the silvers and the black. Now, these 2 kind of gunmetal silvers look really intimidating in the pan, and they look really, really pigmented, especially when you swatch them. But I forgot this, but when you apply them with a brush, like maybe it's just my eyes or like my skin tone, they really like mellow the hell out. Like, I'm wearing them today. I am wearing both silvers and the black, and just a very like simple smoky eye, and it looks like really not that crazy. Right? It didn't look as pigmented as I kind of thought it would be, and I built up the silvers. So this is like, if I didn't do the wing, because I did the wing to make it look a little bit more dramatic, but if I did not do the wing, this could be a work look. So hell yeah, I'm gonna start using this as a work look. So this might be my new go-to, but I kind of want to keep focusing over here. I really want to finish these 2 shades just because I'm so close. The pan is so big. So I want to do that, but then I think really my next focus for the Naked palette is really going to be digging into those silvers, because even before starting the project, those are the shades I barely touched in the palette. So anyway, so that's with the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. Is it summer and am I wearing a sweater? Yes. I hate summer. I hate it so much. All right, so for the Colourpop palette, I used the light kind of pinky shade as a, just like what I could use to set my eye primer, and then I would go into the really warm look, so that's how I was able to use that completely up. I'm still been using these as bronzer and contour, but not as often because I have a shade in here from my Petty Project pan I'm trying to use up a little bit more. So I've been using it, but not as much as I kind of would like to. I think I probably need to shift gears on that project and focus more on these two. As for these kind of shimmers over here, there is a huge dip in this yellow. This kind of yellow gold, I think that's the next one I'm going to hit pan on. I really kind of want to focus on using the yellow and this yellow gold. They make a really pretty kind of simple 2-shade look. So I think I'm going to be doing that. That's kind of where I've been focusing and what I'm thinking of doing next for the Colourpop palette. These mattes, they make really pretty looks. They're very vibrant and pigmented, so I don't really need a whole lot every time that I use it, as opposed to like the Urban Decay where some of the shades I really do have to build up a little bit. So I am slightly worried about these. These might be like my first, like mixing these. If I can hit pan in one of these, I think my first step to Franken shadow is gonna Franken one of these mattes with one of the shimmers. But I want to at least dig down and get one of these to hit pan before I mix them together. Otherwise, they're not going to fit in the pan, right? I could get a bigger pan, but I don't really want to. So that's going to be my goal. I want to hit pan in one of these shimmers, and then I want to start Frankening. So we'll see if if the inspiration hits me, maybe I'll Franken a little bit earlier, but I'm thinking that's what I want to go to do. Oh, and then I forgot back with the Urban Decay section, but of course I want to expand this little baby pan. It's adorable. I literally hit it the other day, and I'm very happy. So I have to say, it takes a little bit to hit pan in the Urban Decay ones, but it seems like once you hit pan, it expands rapidly, which is also how I tend to use shadows too. I don't like to drill down and only get a little bit of pan, and then it takes forever to expand the pan. I kind of use like the entire like surface area of the shadow with like a big fluffy brush. And then if the shadow kind of wears down naturally like that, I personally don't like to use the drilling method, but it makes progress a little bit slow to watch, which is kind of why I like to do the slideshows at the beginning of my videos, because it is a quick way to montage what normally takes me literally months to a year. But that's just the way I like to do it, and it seems to be a really effective way for the Urban Decay shadows. And I'm sorry I didn't film any looks for this month. I really need to go ahead and make some reminders, and I'll film at least a couple of looks for next month's video. This month, like I said, it just kind of got away from me. It was a really busy month for me, and yesterday we went to like the street festival that was really hot outside, and we're not really summer people, so anyway, it got away from me, but I'm gonna do it next month. So let me know, what looks would you guys like to see? Do you want to see like a warm look with the Colourpop? Do you want to see me kind of finish these up? Do you want to see how I did like today with kind of like the gunmetal silvers? Let me know down below. So that is it for this update. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram. This is my Instagram page. I have to admit, I've been a little bit lax the last few weeks posting on Instagram, but I'm definitely going to be going back to doing sneak peeks, especially if we get into the Frankening process. Usually I post the process on Instagram before the update happens, because these updates on YouTube only happen once a month. So anytime in between the update videos, if something happens, it'll go on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video.